Welcome back everyone. So in the last session we have seen how to create a board, and we have also noticed that how we can create the sample data. Let's move to the next one, and next one are going to be more interesting than till now. So these the new next coming items are very useful for tracking, managing anything. Till now we have just explored very basic of the Jira. I have not gone to the in-depth detail, but this has gives you the a basic introduction about the Jira. The Jira is created. What are those different type of activities available in the Jira? We've also seen that how we can create a board. We have seen that how we can create a board with the sample data and what are the board type available. We have seen there are two board, Scrum board and Kanban board. Let's move and create the new filter. So for that, I'm already logged in the system and I have opened my the project which is having the some sample data. So this is the project which is having sample data. Go to the backlog section so that at least you would be able to see everything on the single page. Now let's move to the our next topic. And next topic is going to be how to create the filter. By default, if you see, but there are some filter already available. If I click here, it will automatically filter. See here, it automatically filter all those items or those activity which are tagged to the version 1 and version 2. I have removed, and here if you see that it automatically created some of the default filter. Even you can search on the filters, you can search on the bug or story. Let's click on the bug, only bugs are listed. Create on the story are limited, and then there are some by default created only some issues. But if I want to save something, some a customized filter. For example, I want to see that what are the activity assigned to a particular person and are in completed state. So we can create our custom filter. So in this session, we are going to learn how to create simple filters. I'm not going to use the rich filter. We will create some simple filter. So for that, if you see there is a filter option, and here you can see view all filters or view all issues. So let's go to the view all issues here. It will list all those items currently we have assigned to anyone. So if you see that these are the activity, there are 24 items and some of the by default filters available here. So let's go with a very simple step. For example, I want to see all those activity which are tagged with the project, Scrum project, and I want to see only type equal to bug, status equal to in progress. So if you see that there are no item currently which are in progress. So let's change this one from in progress to and see it to do. Yes. And now you can save this filter. If I click on this one, save filter and name it filter 1. Now you can have some security applied on this filter. For example, here I want this one to make private. I want so that this filter is available to particular project only. So anyone who is a part of this project would be able to see this filter, and I want that everyone should be administrator. Click on add. So anyone who is the part of this simple project will have the administrative right on this filter, and they would be able to make any changes. Who are the editor, and similarly who can be the editor? Let's say some user only. If you type here something, you will be able to see. Our group, so you can make some changes accordingly. These are some security which is applying to the filter. Now if I click on save, this filter will be saved for me. And now if I go back to the my project, Go to the backlog. And now if I want to see only those items for which we have created the filter, so click on the filter and you will be able to see my filter available here. It is already bookmarked as a favorite. So this will be available on my project. If I click on this filter, see only those items are listed over here which are satisfying this one. So this is one of the way that how you can create filter as per your requirement. If you see here in the left hand pane, it is giving me a filter. So if you have created some other filter, then they will start appearing over here. If you see that by default, these are some filter which is automatically created by the Atlassian only, the Jira only. These are the default filter. You need not to make. But if you want, if you click on open filter, you would be able to see that filter. So these my open it means assigned to me. If you see that equal to the current user. So whosoever is logged in would be able to see all those Jira item assigned to him. Then there are different filters that are reported by me. And if you see here, filter change. I want to see only the open issue. Again, if you notice on top right, filter will change accordingly. And if you see status equal to only open. So these are some of the by default filter available. Now if you want to make some changes, let's go back to the filter one. And I want to add some more field to the this query. So you can click on more and here you will be able to see that all those other criteria, all those other options available on which we can apply the filter. For example, I want to see based on the environment. And then here you can type something, maybe something like production. By default, I don't have anything, so that's why it is not appearing. So let's remove this one. If you want to copy this filter, you can copy. For example, now I want to remove this one. There is a option which say that created within last 30 days. I want to remove this one. Or I want to do something like a assignee name. So you can make some changes in the filter. So let me see how actually it look like. So there are two options. If you see the basic and JQL. If you see the basic, it will give those filter visual one. And if you want to click on JQL, okay, before that, let's click on the list view. So that at least list is more readable. Now if you see that list is more readable. Now if I click on the JQL, so this is the query which has been created in the backend. If you see that, if I remove this one, I want that I need to see all those projects which were created in anytime. So you need to remove this one. We say that project is equal to SSP. It means simple Scrum project. If you see the project name was here, simple Scrum project, and key is SSP. So that's why key is appearing. And type equal to bug and status equal to do order by created and descending order. So this is the JQL query created in the backend. If you want to make some changes, you can go ahead and type and change. For example, I want to see that created and created date and assignee equal to this person. So in this way, you can create jQuery as per your requirement. So I'm removing this one. I'm not saving. So I need to remove from and to this one. So removed, and you can go back to the basic If you want to save, then save it. Or if you want to create the copy of this one, click on the copy. It will create another copy of the same filter. Now if you see that in the left hand pane, in the start filter, you can see the filter 1 and filter 2 is appearing. So this is the way that how you can create your custom filters, which can be used to query the data from the entire Jira board. There are some other options. If you see that here, you can export these issues. You can export all those items to the CSV or HTML, or these are the different type. You can export it with the name of XML, RSS. You can export all those Jira with the Word, or you can export to the CSV. So let's go back to the all issue, and okay, so these are all issue, and let's export this one. Let's go and export. So there are two options: export to Excel CSV, Excel export all field, or default one. By default, it means only those fields which are appearing over here, those columns, will be exported. If you click on all fields, so not only these fields, other than these fields, there are some other fields which are hidden. That will also appear. What are those fields? Let's click on any one. So if you see that there are many other activities, many other items. Let's click on here once more and open a different tab. So these are some, if you see that unassigned name, label equal to something, story point, then priority, and there are some more fields available here. If you see that there are more fields available, time block there, and for which component this issue belongs. For example, maybe the front end, back end, which sprint this is assigned one, who are the team names, what are the fixed version, what is the parent one, and even you can configure some of the more custom field as well over here. See, these are some of the custom filters, and predefined fields are available. But if you want to create something, then you can create your own fields as well. So let's go back. Let's close this one and go back to the filters one again. My open issues and export. See here, all those items are exported to the Jira. If you see here, I have selected all items, then that's why you see here that all those items are available here. So let's make it more readable. So this is the list of item which has been exported. Okay. Now, if you want to play around, if you are good in the Excel sheet, then you can create some report from here itself. For example, let me go to the insert tab and let me insert pivot and chart table. So I'm going to create pivot and chart based on the table. This is saying select the tables. By default is selected. I want to create a new worksheet. Say new worksheet has been created. I want to see the just issue key and the status. I want to count of issue key and status. Now if you see that there are 9 items which are currently in done status, 3 are in progress and 12 on today. There are total 24 items. The good thing about this one, if I want to see what are those 3 items which are currently in progress, you just need to select this one and double click.